I've been putting this off for months now, but this is neutral. That's third. And to me, that looks like where neutral should be. I'll show you in a minute. I will show you in a minute why this looks super strange here. Just to give a better point of reference, this is fourth, which is like shifting from the back seat. So the plan is take this apart, take this to work, heat it up, bend it straight so that this will be neutral again. And then we should be sitting like up here for third, fifth, because right now, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and like third and fourth, or I'm sorry, third and fifth look like where it should be already, like neutral. It's just kind of weird to come out to the car and like see it pointed back. Also the shifter is loose at the collar right under here. So I'm either gonna tap these and thread them, or just tap these and make them stiffer, or just end up welding the whole two-piece shaft into a one-piece. So if you remember from an older video, you guys might remember when I had my buddy Ryan try and give me a hand trying to Loctite this. It's kind of hard to move with one hand now as far as showing where it's separated, but it's like these never get tight, and with this shaking all the time, these like to back out. So just gonna end up taking it to work tomorrow, heating it up, and instead of having this bend in it, just make it completely straight so that it'll function like a regular shifter. I'll do that at work tomorrow when I go in, come home, reinstall it, and kind of see if that placed it where we need it to be. So some cool news, welded this at work last night. It was my first ever welds. So I was pretty excited to learn that, which is pretty cool. But we turned this into, well, we turned it from a two-piece into a one-piece. Just have these just kind of holding place more than anything. But as you can see too, it's way more straightened out. So I'm very excited to see if it did it justice. The other cool thing we kind of did on accident was, if you look at it, it is slightly pointed towards the driver's side, which to my understanding, the W55 that comes in the IS300s is naturally pointed this way a little bit. At least that's what I've been told by a couple people. So if that's true, that's kind of cool, but I want to go ahead and get this set in there and kind of see how it looks, because we know the curved one came way far back this way. Clear this back out of here, and we will install it back in place. I got the shifter seated in there. I'm just going to tighten these bolts. So right off the jump, that's looking way more natural, like how neutral should. Oh my god, I got this seat all the way back. Let me scoot this seat up real quick. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse. That looks 1,000 times better. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and screw the shifter back on, and this thing's been cooking in the sun for like 3 days, so you already know this is like 10,000 degrees. I also know because I accidentally picked it up without really thinking about it. So let me go ahead, kind of two-hand this on real quick, and then we'll do another test of each gear. Yeah, this thing is like just about completely straight, because remember, neutral was like back here, and then fourth and second were like back here. So that is way better. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse, and doesn't interfere with the parking brake, which is bonus points. Next step is going to be to try and find like a shifter like half the size. I have the top secret one, but it's only like this tall, and with how notchy the R154 is, sometimes like after driving your wrist really gets a workout. So having something that's longer throw is kind of like a truck, makes it easier to shift. But I think this is a little bit too tall for my liking, so I guess next step will be finding something that's like half the size. But yeah, other than that, this was a massive success. So if any R154 guys have to order that cube shift knob, or want to do what I did and get the Amazon one that's still the same shape and curved, highly, highly, highly recommend straightening it out. Looks way better. So I was actually going to wrap the video up after the last clip that I made. However, I went on Amazon and just got a shorter shift knob. So figured why not just throw that on so it all comes together and makes sense, right? All right, I think that's a little bit taller than my top secret one. So here's the top secret one that I was talking about. Yeah, definitely taller than that, so that's pretty sweet. And then obviously compared to this was like super, super short. And this should put us at a pretty good height, honestly. I wanted to get the chrome one, but honestly the pictures looked like super cheap. So this will be good. I'll get this installed and see how it feels. And the interesting part about these like universal shift knobs is they have these little inserts depending on, you know, what kind of car you have pretty much. I have the one set up in this one. I just need to install this piece into the shift knob and then get it all screwed on there. And this is actually making new threads because the plastic insert that I just showed you is completely flat on the inside. So you're kind of building the threads in the plastic, so it makes it easier to take off, put on and off pretty much. Yeah, this already looks way better. Kind of wish this was shorter, but it's not a big deal. It actually looks pretty cool. So that looks way cleaner than this. Much nicer. And then here it is from the driver's seat. I kind of wish that reflection off the floor mat wasn't blasting through, but yeah, this looks way better. Feels way less obnoxious too, which is pretty awesome, because my hand, I would like rest it up here, which is fine, but much nicer here. Hell yeah.